mostly your parents give everything they have to see you through.
Mm-hmm.
By the time you decide that you get something on your own, even if with farming, it's not a large scale farming. It's just a small scale farming.
So even if it's not large, as far as you can do it, and take care of someone through education, because we know education is not that cheap.
Yeah.
So if you can do it and take care of someone through school, probably you should do it and save something too. Okay.
And even not as if the kid is just one.
Like he said,
success is relative. You don't, and success, how everybody defines success depends on what he sees.
in this video we'll be talking about relationship between parents and their children. So stay tuned and give us thumbs up, follow and share for more videos. My guest on today's segment, on my left I have Gilbert, and on my right too I have Issa. His face is quite popular on this channel. Okay, so let's look at something. Let's look at relationship between parents and their kids. First off, how should a relationship between parents and children should be like? And when I say kids, I'm not talking about like babies, no matter the age, right? As you grow or as you're growing, how is your relationship with your mom, your dad? How is it like? I'm taking it from you first, then I come to Gilbert.
So first of all, I believe when it comes to child-parent relationship, it's in stages.
Okay.
So as you are younger, the relationship between them is like you have been disciplined for any little thing that you do.
Okay.
But as you grow older to a certain age, especially here in Ghana, when you complete high school, you are termed like you're an old person. Like you've grown, you know what it is. You know good from bad.
So no longer taking commands.
No, the relationship between after high school between the parents
changes
completely.
Okay.
It becomes something like you guys are friends now.
Oh, okay.
Because even your parents begin to give you some respect and begin to respect your privacy with regards to certain things.
Oh, okay.
Especially if you are a guy or you are a girl.
Okay.
You see, so the relationship as you grow old, it changes.
Okay.
Becoming very friendship. You're able to discuss anything with your parents.
Okay.
Like before, you couldn't do that. You are scared. But when you get to a certain age, you feel comfortable to talk to your mom about anything. And even if she's wrong, you're able to tell with this one, you didn't try.
Oh, okay. Okay. So this one that wasn't fair. So what's your take on that too, or what do you also think about?
Well, personally, I feel no matter how old you are, your parents will always see you as their child.
Okay.
Even if you have grown to any stage.
Okay.
But what happens is, it gets to a certain point, they try to be they give you a bit of space.
Okay.
For you to be able to regulate or do things on your own. But in the end, they will still see you as their child. Just that they give you the respect. I don't know if you get
I get what you're trying to say.
But under any circumstance, you will still be their child.
Okay.
That is what I think.
Okay, so I think you're right, because when it comes to parents and kids, you forever be their baby, regardless your age, because they see you growing up and then they guide you to be whoever you are. So, and then that brings the next question, and that question is like, are your parents taking care of you so you grow and take care of them in return? Let me take it again. Are they taking care of you in order to take care of them when they old or when they retire? Is that making, like, is the question clear? So let me take it from you. What's like, yes.
With regards to this question, we would have to look at the cultural background.
Okay.
Because we have the European way and then we have the African way.
Oh, okay.
Mostly with the African mentality, your parents are taking care of you so that you also take care of them when they are old. That is a basic mentality of African parentship. But with the Europeans and then the foreigners, when I take care of you, you get to a certain age, you move on, you take care of your family.
Okay.
Not that it is binding in the African setting to compulsorily take care of your parents.
Okay.
But society will look at you in a way
if you are not doing it.
You are not doing it.
Okay. So let me push same question to Issa.
So I believe from our African setting and how we grew up, our culture.
Yeah.
Your parents take care of you and you take care of them in return.
they take care of you, so you take care of them in return. Are you an investment planner?
Definitely. In this life, we can.
So investment, the reason I'm asking investment, then it become compulsory that you have to do it.
Yeah, it's compulsory. You have to take care of your parents.
Okay.
It's compulsory.
So you've become their retirement paycheck or something?
Not necessarily.
But if you put
what I'm saying is that your parents take care of you, and when they grow old and they cannot do anything for themselves, you rather also do or take care of them.
Why not?
That's life cycle. That's how it is.
Okay, fine. Okay, so the taking care that I'm talking about here, I'm talking about like feeding. That's the taking care that I'm talking about.
Yes. So taking care of somebody is comprised of a lot of things.
Okay.
Feeding is part.
Okay.
Taking care of their accommodation, their well-being is also part.
What if after taking care of the kid, after taking care of the kid, and the kid hasn't been successful as he should be? What about that?
So what happens is, with our setting, African setting, because of the poor background, mostly your parents give everything they have to see you through. So it is also in your way, you seeing them giving everything they had to push you through. There's a sense of owing them or paying them with what they lost because of you, even though it was their responsibility.
Okay.
We had parents who be like, I don't have money, so I don't care if you go to school, you can find your way or not.
Okay.
But once a parent pushes or try to go through the struggle just to see you get up there, I think naturally you also feel the burden of giving back, or whatever you saw your parents go through, you don't want them to go through, so you show some form of appreciation to them.
Okay, so let me take that same question to you. Okay, so the question again is, what if the kid hasn't become a successful person after taking care of that kid or spending everything you have on the kid? So what happened?
When it comes to being successful, it is relative.
Of course.
And money is not success. There are a lot of forms that comes in success. Let's say you've not been succeed, like you don't have a lot of money.
Yeah.
As it is termed.
Yes.
But yes, your parents are old.
Yeah.
They cannot do anything for themselves. But you are there to help them in anything that they do.
Yeah.
You cook for them. You help them.
Yeah.
Let's say even they cannot walk, you push them. You make them. You take care of them. You put them to bed and all those. These are all form of like
assist
that you can
could give them.
Yeah.
Okay.
So success is not necessarily like having a lot of money.
Have. Okay. So my take on it is, like you said, it depends on the background one is coming from, or the cultural background one is coming from. So like the Western world, it's not necessary for you to take care of them, because even in the US they take you to nursing home. All right, when you old and they think, okay, so I can be home taking care of you. They take you to nursing home, which is not free. Someone has to pay for it. But guess what? Probably the mom has enough money saved to take care of that kid, to take care of herself or himself in the nursing home. Okay, and some too can still have you home and have someone taking care of you. Now let's come to Africa. Africa is a place, or Africa has become a place where we think you should take care of the kid in order to get that favor in return, like the kid becoming your retirement paycheck. Then if the kid is not giving back, then it's become a problem. That you're supposed to give me, I've given you everything, and you're supposed to give me, but you're not giving me. Then it becomes a problem. All right, do you get what I'm trying to say? Yes, which shouldn't be the case, because I think everyone should be prepared towards their retirement.
That is the case. I disagree.
Okay, so if everyone should prepare towards their retirement, like you said, I'm talking about retirement, like retirement check, as in your retirement, right? How you live, how you survive after you've retired, after you're no longer strong enough to do a lot of things that you work for pay. As you're taking care of your kid, you're supposed to be preparing yourself towards that too. If you disagree, you can say something.
I do disagree with you.
In which way?
With our African setting, there's only a few people who are in the corporate world.
No, okay, so the retirement I'm talking about, not necessarily, not retirement as in working in a government institution, but even if it's a farm, if you're a farmer, if you're a fisherman, by the time you don't have enough strength to go to farm, there should be people working in your farms that after every harvest you have something for yourself.
That's right.
I'm just an example. Even if you're a fisherman, you're supposed to have a fishing boat that even if you are not going, they should go and bring you your share.
Let me give you a typical example.
Okay.
With an example of the fishermen.
Okay.
When you go to those coastal areas,
Yeah.
it's basically someone's boat that the other people are working on for.
Okay.
Probably someone rich. Let's use these taxi drivers, these tractor drivers.
Yeah.
The car isn't their own. They are working for somebody.
Okay.
So by the time you would want to finish, get your own money and get the car,
Yeah.
you're already old.
Okay.
You get what I'm trying to say?
Okay.
I'm just bringing it down. That by the time you decide that you get something on your own, even if with farming, it's not a large scale farming. It's just a small scale farming.
So even if it's not large, as far as you can do it, and take care of someone's true education, because we know education is not that cheap.
Yeah.
So if you can do it and take care of someone through school, probably you should do it and save something too.
What
After
are you saving?
every harvest?
Because the savings is going into education.
So okay.
High cost of living.
Okay.
And if you not as if the kid is just one. You have like almost about 5 kids.
Okay. That's the good point. You've given me. Let me give you another question. So when you start giving birth, isn't it good for you to multiply your input that could give you something more? Because if you have a kid, the input that you might put in for return might be less. So when you have so as you have 4 kids, I think your hustle has to multiply by 8. So
Wow.
you could give.
So let's see.
What means?
Okay, let's center it to
Let him
ourselves
finish.
here in
Yeah,
Ghana
okay.
and how we live our life as a people.
Yeah.
Let's say if somebody is a farmer,
Yeah.
I give birth to a lot of kids so that they can help me farm
Good.
and also take care of them
Yes.
at the same time.
Uh-huh.
So it's not as if when the family are doing, it's not as if it's a large scale farming. We are just farming to feed ourselves and just sell small to the market and take care of our basic needs.
So why wouldn't you increase that small and make it big? Because if you have 4 kids, if 3 or 2 can follow you to the farm, then you should be able to farm bigger than you were farming as one person. Is it making sense? As you just one person farming, the portion that you farm, when your kids when 2 kids added to you, you're supposed to increase.
No, but
No,
you
I
are
think we are
forgetting
mixing
about the
the
fact
point.
that these kids are also supposed to go to school.
Definitely.
Okay, that's right.
So to get to it, they don't even leave you.
So the point I'm trying to make is, if I say increase, not necessarily taking this case with you to the farm.
So how do you then increase your productivity when the kids are not around?
Good. So if the kids are not around and you have to increase the productivity, you have to employ people.
How are you going to pay them?
Okay. How are you going to pay them? You don't necessarily have to pay them physical, right? They can come farm for you, and if it's their turn, you go farm for them.
It doesn't work like that.
Now
It's possible to work if you really want. Imagine someone who equally have 4 kids.
Have you stayed in the village before? I think that's also affecting.
Because if you have a first-hand view of whatever,
it's what goes on in the village. You wouldn't be saying.
like that. The only time you have people working for you is when you have a large farm.
Yes.
Okay.
Then after the harvest, you divide it into 3.
Okay.
1 for the owner, 1 for the farm. So let's say 2 for the owner, and then 1 for the labor.
Okay.
That is when you have a large scale.
Okay.
You get the point I'm making?
Okay.
And before you have a large scale and be able to harvest like that, you would have to get money.
Definitely.
So basically, those who are in the village working, mostly the farms are not their own.
Yes.
The owners are even in Accra, Kumasi, and then sending them equipment, money. You understand?
Oh, okay. So they're technically laborers in the farm.
Yeah. If you see any large scale farm, probably it's for someone higher.
So if that's the case, before you give birth, why won't you plan properly?
That is the system. So you as an individual would have to know that this is my limitation. I'm not going to give birth to 4 or 5 children. But unfortunately, what happens is those who do not have the means are the ones giving birth most, as in to plenty kids. I don't know if you get what I'm saying.
Like, yes, I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
And then those people, they have to think about, they have to think about.
No.
You don't tell them they have to think about it.
Our mentality is that you give birth, God will take care of them.
That is the point.
But God will take care of them through you.
Definitely, you do your best.
The best thing God is going to do for you is to give you the strength and the ideas, right? So if God, that's the best way God can help you. God is not going to put money in your pocket.
They know.
So what do you expect from God?
There are instances whereby some parents, let's say our parents have been able to watch us through to high school.
Yeah.
Because they know that okay, they've taken us to high school. The rest is left for us to do. So one, it's either once I'm done with high school, okay, what am I doing with my life next? So if I want to go to school from there, that's responsibility on me.
Okay.
As the person.
Okay.
Some people it's even JHS.
Some people it's even DSS.
You have to take care of yourself.
You have to take care of yourself. Either you are going to farm, and there are some people in the village who farm and go to high school.
So this person, all right. So this person who is not able to take care of the kid after JHS, all right. Is he also expecting, or is she also expecting like a return?
Definitely. See,
to what is
so basically, success is relative.
Okay.
It's relative to someone living in Kumasi, someone living in Accra, and then someone living in the village. Let me give you a typical example. From my village, Beko, they are into tomato farming. I once met a boy, probably let's say JHS level, but he's not into school. He's into farming. And then I was surprised because I don't understand why someone at that age will say, I won't go to school, I want to farm. You understand? To me, he's not successful.
Yes.
From where I'm coming from, and then with education and everything, I don't see him to successful. But to him, he's also successful because he's been able to farm, buy a motor, get certain things, buy iPhones. So he feels he's successful.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
Okay. So let me move that same question to Issa. Does one has to be successful before being a paycheck to their parents?
Not necessarily. That's what I'm saying. Success is relative.
Like he said,
success is relative. You don't, and success, how everybody defines success depends on what he sees.
So I'm trying to make is a parent who couldn't take care of a kid, okay, after JHS, all right, and the kid has to start something on his own. Is that parent still expecting something from this kid?
Definitely. Do you know what? When it comes to such issues, what I always say is that one, let's say my parents, let's say my mom and my dad, and let's say we are 10 siblings.
Okay.
And maybe our parents were able to see us through DSS. And not as if like we are all at the same age.
Okay.
Let's say I'm the eldest. I have most of our younger sisters.
Okay.
Like 9.
Yeah.
So when I'm done with DSS, I don't expect for them to tell me that I'm going to high school. I know that I have kid sisters who are now even struggling to go to school. So so now that I'm done with DSS, I have to start farming, help with the farm, so that he will be able to take care of my siblings.
That brings a good.
So the thing is that one, if I become successful, I should be able to take care of my parents.
Hold on to the success.
Wait, what I want to end is that I know that one, if they had the means, they would have done that for me.
Okay, so now hold on to it. Okay, I'm bringing a question back to you, a follow-up. So you have to follow him or them to the farm.
Yeah.
So when you follow them to the farm, the productivity has to increase or will increase because now there's extra body involved. All right. So now you are involved. So you've increased as to the amount that they used to produce. It has to increase because there's additional labor at work.
Have you also looked at the fact that as you are growing, he's also growing old?
Yes.
So the input he will be able to put at first, it wouldn't be the same.
So I'm now going to take that.
You get it?
So that's fair enough. So as he's growing, the person behind you is also catching up with you.
Yeah.
So it doesn't have to go down. You could still produce more. The reason I'm just saying that is I think everybody deserves like basic education, and these days basic education is no longer the JHS level.
That is your view.
That's your
So now the basic education has moved to the high school.
The whole idea is
right.
not the people, it's the system.
No, so when we say it's the system.
Okay, wait. So let's clarify this thing for once. Let's say to be successful in life, you don't necessarily have to go to school to be successful.
No. But I'm
Let's
just
get that
using,
clear.
of course.
So now you don't make education the yardstick to be successful in life.
Okay, so the reason I'm just using the education is like it's a way, like everybody needs it. Whatever you do, like last week we were talking about something like that. Whatever you do You need education. You need that like classroom knowledge to manage. Even if you want to be a farmer, there has to be a way. You have to learn certain ways that you could manage your farm well, which education could easily teach you that. Even to preserve the crops, education could easily teach you that. Probably they have a way that they do it, but there could be a limitation to that. So when you have the education, the classroom education, that could give you a broader knowledge about that. That's why I'm using the education. But of course, education is not the only way that one can be successful. But everyone needs education.
So the system has to make it available. Let me give you a typical example. Are we not aware that if you have unprotected sex, you may get any disease or sickness?
Yes, of course.
Why is the government the one telling us that we should protect ourselves, providing condoms for us, and also taking care of HIV patients, giving them free drugs? Meanwhile, before you had the sex, you knew you were supposed to
protect yourself.
Get a so the system has to make certain things available.
Okay, so if the system has to make everything available, does that mean they should be sharing condoms around?
They do.
Good. So you see, now the system is playing even its part.
The system has to be
very fairly
at the basic level of the farmer.
So now let's look at this. Even these days, currently in Ghana, there's free education. So you don't even have to pay like fees, because
it's free.
Even if not free, if it's a free education, even if there are fees to pay, unlike if you have to pay everything. So cost has been cut short. Right,
yeah.
which is helpful to everybody. So even the person taking care of 4 kids who is not doing much, now he's not spending as he's supposed to spend, because there's a free education which every kid is benefiting from, which we all have to congratulate the people that implement that free education. It's very good, because education is what helps every country to grow. Right. Now, if you are not paying what you're supposed to pay, definitely you should be able to save more.
See, you are not getting the whole aspect.
No, it doesn't work like that.
You save when you have income.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
And even let's say, even if you have income, sometimes it's hard for you to save.
Okay, so now let me
let's take somebody even working in a corporate entity.
Yeah.
Let's say, for instance, sometimes your salary
it's
not able to sustain you to the end of the month.
Of course.
Okay.
So how then do you save?
Okay, so that is,
you have bills to pay.
The system,
but of course, I get that right. But I'm not running away from this. But I just want to bring in like something which could give you or could give us another viewpoint.
Now, I think we are trying to define the success and the
no. I'm not even interested in the success, because one don't have to be successful to be responsible. You don't have to be successful to be responsible.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So I'm not even arguing with the being successful or no. Success, that's not what I'm saying. So I just want us to establish a point. Then I ask a question. Let's take the current issue going on between Shatta Wale and the mom. That the mom came out to say he's not paying this, like she's sick and this. So what's your take on that? Do you think Shatta Wale is right or wrong in this case, like from what you've heard?
I have my own personal, let's say, principles that I work with.
Okay, that's personal. That's your own personal. So when
regardless of, let's say, I have like my mom.
Yeah.
Even if she didn't even take care of me at all, she gave birth to me.
Yeah.
So that's even a responsibility for me to take care of her.
Okay.
For the fact that she gave birth to me, that's
okay.
And how much am I going to give you?
Okay.
That's the point.
So
but I feel like if I have a lot of money, how much am I going to give you? Because you are even old, you don't have so many needs.
Okay.
You see?
Okay.
So even in as much as maybe you can say that you didn't even take care of me at all, you didn't. Somebody took me on the street and let's say like sent me to school and everything. But so as long as you are my mom, if I don't take care of you, it will still come back to me.
Okay.
Because we are in a society whereby everything you do, regardless of how bad your mom is, there are certain things if you don't do it, will still come back to you.
Wouldn't that also let our moms be relaxed to do what they're supposed to do? You said regardless, you're supposed to take care of them.
Yeah.
So I'm also asking, based on what you said, so wouldn't that make our parents relax? Say, oh, okay, regardless what I do, even if I take care of him or not, he's going to look back and take care of me.
Oh no, let's say if you are taking, let's say 10 parents, you just get like 2 who will do that.
All right.
So they're the minority.
Okay.
And you can't use the minority to justify
the
majority.
So like to you?
I'm not here to say this is right, this is wrong.
Strong, okay.
That one I won't say.
Okay.
But what I can say is, no one will just get up and decide to make a decision without any
reason.
That is the point.
Oh, okay.
Are we looking at the mom's point of view? Are we also looking at Shatter's point of view?
Okay.
He's a star.
Okay.
He has money.
Uh-huh.
Even if he doesn't have.
Yeah.
When he goes outside, he
Yeah.
throws money out.
Yeah.
You mean he doesn't know my mom is not staying in a room, and then the money I'm throwing out, I can give it to her.
Mm-hmm.
There should be something
Okay.
that is causing it.
Okay.
So, if until we know the real issue, you cannot judge from one side.
Okay.
I'm not here to say the mom is right. She may be right.
Okay.
She may be wrong.
Good. So I bring in this question. That's why I started the whole thing with relationship between parents and their kids. Because in my way, I think they're both right. Wale is right, and the mom might be right too. Why did I say it like that? That's why I started with the relationship. Before you expect something from somebody, the first of all has to be that relationship between you two. As a mom, you have that relationship with your kid, and mind you, the mom has to start something. You have to try that connection. That's why I started by saying that. And okay, wait, I'm coming. And we all agree on the point that no matter your age, you're still a baby to your mom. Which means, if no matter the age, you are still a baby to your mom, which means the mom should be the one to establish a relationship. If you have a relationship going on between you, he won't have a problem to take care of you, even if it's his last penny, based on the relationship you have. Because we all build, like we all do things to people we love, and no one do things for.
No, but the question I have here is,
okay,
at what point do you not have access to your son that you have to come to social media?
That's what I'm saying. That's the relationship. That comes to the relationship.
Probably it started from somewhere. No childhood.
That's what I'm saying. That
you get a point.
Even that. So you and I, like, I think the relationship that I was talking about is something you're talking about. That even you said, no matter what, you have to take care of your like you're going to take care of your mom regardless. That's true. That's perfect. Everybody has to take care of their parents. It's just good. That's your parent. Even if they didn't take care of you because they don't have the means to, you still have to take care of them. Even if they have the means and didn't, and God bless you, you work hard and you're more successful than them, you still have to. But guess what? They have to establish that relationship between you two for it to be comfortable or easier for you to ask, like, to relate. What if the person blocks you? What if the person don't answer your call?
So
how would you extend the help?
There was a starting point.
Definitely. So let me see. Do you necessarily have to establish a relationship with people before you help them? Yeah, instances whereby you've met people on the street, people you don't know.
Mm-hmm.
They just call you and you do them good.
People you don't know. They call you. How many people that call us randomly and we ignore? Probably we are going somewhere, so you might not even pay attention. If you have a known number calling you, probably someone who just picked your number from social media or whatsoever and calling and asking for money, and someone whom you know called you for same amount. Who will you give it to?
I'll give it to someone.
That is the relationship I'm talking about.
But the question is, at what point did that relationship go bad?
No, that at what point that is between he and the mom.
Yeah, so no one is right at this point until we know.
No, so my point is, there has to be a relationship for one to do what you want for the person.
Of course, that one. Relationship is everything.
Relationship is a must.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying that like Wale is wrong or the mom is wrong, but I'm just trying to say that there must be a relationship between parents and their kids. So this should be a learning process, or this should be, a lesson for any other person out there. Try and establish relationship between you and your kids. If you don't have to support them in whatever they're doing, you still have to give them that love, like advise them, even if not what they're doing. Establish a relationship. The relationship is not only about advice, but there should be, or there must be a relationship between
there's one
kids
thing also,
and their parents.
There's one thing also, sometimes realities of life are different. In as much as we expect, let's say, to have that cordial relationship with our parents, sometimes it's not like that. There are some parents who are very, like, they are made different. they are troublesome, regardless of what you do, they don't appreciate. There are parents like that.
Good.
And some kids even feel like their parents hate them because of the way they treat them. They treat them like they are strangers, regardless of how old they are and how they live their life. They feel like, why is this one treating me like that?
Yes.
I feel like I'm not part of his kid. You see, so there are parents who are like that.
That's when a parent is not smart or wise enough.
No, you cannot say that. That is like,
okay. So I'm saying something.
We are all built different.
So I'm saying something. We all built different, right? But if a parent is not smart and wise enough and display he or her favorite to the kids, but see, we all humans.
It's unconscious.
So you have
every
to.
family there's a favorite.
No,
definitely.
In every family, in every family there is a favorite. But guess what? Not everybody feel left out.
I'm not sure.
And mostly favorite always comes from I'm even moving away quite from that. And mostly favorite comes from the fact that you are the youngest, they give you special treatment, special attention. It doesn't mean you are the favorite. Technically the elderly one might be the favorite, but because you are the youngest one, you need like much attention as compared to. But what I'm trying to say is every parent love your kids equally, though even if it's not possible, you don't have to show it. The elderly kid don't have to know you don't like them that much, and the youngest one don't have to know you like or you love them more than you love your elder kid or your oldest kid. That is it. You have to have a way to do it that no one feels left out. Okay, so you agree with me on that?
Yeah.
Oh, finally, you agree with me on that?
That's what I will agree.
Okay, so thank you. Like we were saying, there should be relationship between children, regardless the age. Okay, we have to. There has to. So this should be a learning. This should be a lesson for every other person, both the kids and the parent. All of us, we should all learn from this. Okay, if my mom couldn't establish that relationship, probably I should. So it's just like that. Let's love one another. Let's love our parents because they brought us into this world, and it's very important. Without them, we won't be here. And parents too, without you, we won't be here. So treat us with that love, that respect equally. We base on that, and we give you love. Mind you, love is reciprocal. You love me, and I love you back. You don't show hate and expect love in return. Thank you. Okay, so this is on Durain Studios on YouTube, on Facebook, Instagram, and X and TikTok. Like, follow, share for more videos like this. Leave your thoughts in the comment section. Okay, so this place remain Wiggles. Mile 70 Junction is the location. Come here for the best trip. If you want to host event, if you want food, if you want to have fun, drink wise, come here. They play live band too. So Wiggles is the place to be. Catch you next week.